Time now for our representative on the, or about to be, on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. It's Healy time.
Please rise and give a great big Major League San Diego welcome to America's most famous working woman, Roseanne Barr, who will sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars leading the perilous fight o'er the red country wide was so gallantly streaming, and the rockets were clear from our first enemy gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of that brave?
Roseanne Barr's infamous rendition of the national anthem in San Diego exactly 1 year ago this week. It happened between games of a Padres-Cincinnati doubleheader at what was billed as Working Girls Night at the ballpark. The tape you just heard was from Roseanne's microphone. It didn't pick up the booing crowd. This next version will.
She is a lovely lady, and my apologies to her.
How do you do? I'm Jim Healy on KMPC Los Angeles and the Golden West Radio Network, brought to you by Lincoln Mercury, Midas Muffler and Brake, and TWA. Dayline, San Diego. Afterthought, Roseanne Barr's year ago faux pas. She couldn't have picked a worse town to mess around with the national anthem.
Say what?
Well, think of all the Navy people and their families in the San Diego area.
Who goofed? I've got
Three
to know.
Dayline, Hollywood TV sidelight. You won't get the frantic, hyper approach, the screaming approach to news, as delivered by Channel 9, Channel 9's two kid sportscasters. But Channel 9 just added a political correspondent with stature, Josh Mankiewicz. His grandfather, Herman Mankiewicz, won an Oscar for writing the Citizen Kane movie classic 50 years ago.
Yeah,
he did. Headline, Boston half-century quiz. Going back again to 1941, when Ted Williams was the Major League's last hitter to bat 400, what was Williams' salary that year? $15,000, $20,000, or $40,000? Answer. Did you say 40,000?
Yeah, I did.
Wrong. That's wrong. It was 20,000.
That is so much crap.
Headline, Washington, D.C. Kitty Kelly
She
update.
is a lovely lady, and my apologies to her.
So's Roseanne Barr, Victor.
Get to the point, will you?
Well, they say turnabout is fair play, so a biography on notorious author Kitty Kelly is due out in less than 2.5 weeks. Fellow who wrote it will reportedly indicate Ms. Kelly borders on being a kleptomaniac, also that her promiscuity is legend.
She is a lovely lady, and my apologies to her.
Dateline, Dodger Stadium Private Snoop report. Is it true? A tremendously capable, longtime lady publicist in the LA Dodger PR department was moved to another office when she married a baseball reporter covering the team. A somewhat blunt insinuation she couldn't keep club secrets. But is it further true she has been moved back to the Dodger publicity department where her talents were very badly missed?
She is a lovely lady, and my apologies to
Blow
her.
it out, Victor. Dateline, Santa Maria Cal, win some, lose some department. Chicago White Sox third baseman Robin Ventura, hitting .406 in his last 16 games, had his heart set on going to UCLA when he left Santa Maria High. But Ventura wound up at Oklahoma State when a UCLA assistant baseball coach went up to scout him and turned thumbs down.
Who goofed? I've got to know.
Dateline, Los Angeles, double take department. Listener Jerry C. couldn't believe his eyes reading the American League Roundup Saturday. Correctly headlined Kansas City 17, Detroit nothing, but the story said it was the Royals' worst loss ever.
Hello.
Who goofed? I've got to know.
Dateline, Atlanta, flashback. Braves 21-year-old 10-game winner Steve Avery went on the first round of the 1988 baseball draft. Same one where the LA Dodgers spent their number one on right-hander Bill Benet, who to this day can't find home plate with radar.
It ain't my f***ing fault. Camp Anderson's the f***ing guy.
Well, actually, it was nobody's fault. Avery was the second player taken. He wasn't around when the Dodgers drafted.
Yeah,
No, he wasn't. Dateline, Los Angeles. Tom Lasorda, a.k.a. Mr. Bolshoi, is still using the old line whenever the Dodgers go into a slump that even the 1927 New York Yankees, supposedly the greatest team of all time, had a 9-game losing
That is
streak.
so much crap.
Probably. Lasorda has no idea if it's accurate. He just made it up as a pep talk to keep his players optimistic.
Job is not that easy.
Okay. Dateline, Los Angeles, fast follow-up. Lasorda says today he made up the line about the 1927 Yankees when he was managing at Spokane.
Say what?
That's his story today. How soon he forgets. Lasorda used to say he made it up when he was managing before that the Garvey, say, Valentine Dodger Phenoms at Ogden, Utah.
Who goofed? I've got to know. It ain't my f***ing fault. Camp Anderson's
blow it out.
Dateline, Los Angeles, Mr. Fast and Mr. Slow department. Fastest working pitcher in the National League is the LA Dodgers' Mike Morgan. Averages out to 2-hour, 34-minute games, but the slowest, except for a couple of National Leaguers you never heard of, is also a Dodger, ineffective Huck Hershiser, 3 hours and 13 minutes. Dateline, Westwood, TV reminiscing. There's a West Coast sportscaster named Phil Stone who always provokes one question among his peers. How does Stone continue to get jobs?
Hello.
Dateline, Westwood, fast follow. Around UCLA, they still remember last fall's game when a Stanford defensive back made a great tackle, meaning he was a non-red shirt freshman in his actual first year, that is, a legitimate freshman. Phil Stone instead described him as a high school freshman.
Cowabunga, dude.
Dateline, Los Angeles, age game. Fernando Valenzuela insists he's only 30 years old, right?
That is so much crap.
Well, over the years, Dodger family members have told me they have no idea how old Valenzuela is. No way to find out for sure.
To the point, will you, Jim?
Okay, stay tuned.
Okay.
Dateline, New York City. Follow up Fernando Valenzuela. USA Today's Peter Gammon reports San Francisco's Al Rosen claims to have, quote, documented proof, end quotes. Fernando was either 38 or 39.
Say what?
Yes, if Rosen's got documented proof, why can't he be a bit more specific? Is Valenzuela 38 or is he 39?
Blow it out.
Stay tuned.
Okay.
Dateline, New York City. Follow up. Further, the USA Today baseball writer Gammon says it's a fact current LA Dodger pitcher Ramon Martinez, listed as only 23, is actually 28. that Martinez was 21 when he pitched for the Dominican Republic in the 1984 Olympics.
Right.
Which is all Tom Lasorda needs these days to get in the middle of an age controversy.
It's my f***ing fault. Kim Pannis is the f***ing guy.
State. Dateline, Los Angeles, follow-up confirmation. Baseball scout Dick Banks says it's very likely Fernando is 38 and Martinez is 28. Quote, it's difficult to confirm the ages of players from outside the USA. False documents are easy to come by. Remember when they finally had to throw Puerto Rico out of the Babe Ruth World Series where the age limit is 15? They'd show up with players who looked 18 but had papers that said 15.
That is so much crap.
Hey, what?
Dateline, Sunset Strip, picture postcard department. They just got one here at the station from KMPC engineer Bob Moore, who's driving through Texas on his vacation, sends along a postcard with a picture of a river as he stopped off in San Antonio.
And of course, San Antonio has a river. What is the name of that river that goes through? The San Antonio River goes right through the heart of downtown Los Angeles.
Headline, Los Angeles TV quiz. L.A. Dodger TV ratings for the weekend series in New York were A, disappointing, B, good, or C, improved. Answer. They were improved over numbers the first half of the season, Friday, Saturday, and yesterday. Dodgers Mets got a 6-8 and 16, a 7-8 and 23, and a 6-9 rating and 21 share.
Okay.
Dateline, Los Angeles TV report continued. Granted, the British Open hit early, but it only got a 2.7 rating and 10 share here Saturday.
Talk about chicken.
In fact, it was beaten on the same network, ABC, by the 3, 6, and 11 later Saturday for pro bowlers with the late Chris Schenkel.
Cowabunga, dude.
Dateline, Los Angeles, final TV report. Dodgers' 21 share yesterday was beaten by the 26 with a 15.2 rating for the #1 show of the night last night, a Married with Children rerun.
Hey, what?
Well, that's the show written and produced in Smut City.
Blow it out.
Oh, I think the Tig likes those T&A shows.
Blow it out.
Dateline, Inglewood TV critique. Though race caller Trevor Denman, D-E-N-M-A-N, has been on the local scene for years, sportscaster on Prime Ticket, still thinks he's named for the article of clothing. Calls him Trevor Denim.
Hello. Who goofed? I've got
My
to
lips
know.
are sealed, but the Prime Ticket guy's initials are G-W.
Okay.
State. Dateline, Del Mar. With Hollywood Park finishing up this afternoon, Del Mar opens Wednesday, but elite horse owners who partook of the great, if expensive, food at Remington's restaurant adjacent to the track are in for a shock. It just closed.
Who goofed? I've got to know.
Well, writer Bill Murray, a Del Mar resident, says, just a matter of competition. Too many good restaurants have opened in the Del Mar area in the last year or two. Tracton's, for instance, is now #1.
Hey, what?
Tracton. Dateline, Del Mar. Follow-up nostalgia. Del Mar opened its first meeting 54 years ago in 1937 with founder Bing Crosby's song being played on the PA system. They'll play it on the PA system before and after the races again this Wednesday.
Where the turf meets the surf, down at old Del Mar. Take a plane, take a train, take a car. There's a smile on every face, and a winner in each race. Where the turf meets the surf, at Del Mar. Pretty woman, walking down the street. Pretty woman, the kind I like to meet.
Okay, so you jump into your new Mercury Capri convertible, take the top down, and guess what? Instant great time. Guaranteed. No, really. Fact is, you probably won't be able to wipe the smile off your face. The new Mercury Mercury Capri. It's got this hot 16-valve dual overhead cam engine that makes it really quick. And its independent suspension lets you unwind those really twisty roads down to the beach. And best of all, I got a super deal and a $600 cash back from Lincoln Mercury. Catch Capri at your Lincoln Mercury dealer today. It's just a very cool car.
For cash back from Lincoln Mercury, take new retail delivery from dealer stock by 7/30/91. Dealer participation may affect savings. See dealer for details.
Ask your Lincoln Mercury dealer about special low financing now available on Capri.
Midas muffler and brakes.
Yeah, give it to me straight. What's a decent brake job going to cost?
Well, I could quote you a low price like some other guys do, but the fact is nobody can tell you what your brakes are going to cost until they inspect them first.
Oh.
Relax. At Midas, we always give you a full inspection and a free written estimate right up front.
No strings?
No strings. And now the Midas Basic Brake Package with organic shoes or pads is just $79 per axle on most cars and light trucks. $99 with semi-metallic. And those shoes or pads are guaranteed for as long as you own your car.
I like that.
See us for details, okay? You get a lot for that $79. But your brakes may need additional parts and labor, and frankly, that could cost you substantially more. But your estimate will spell it all out up front.
So, $79 or $99 for a basic brake package.
Yep, but the free inspection will tell us what your car needs.
Whoa, a straight answer. Thanks. See you about noon.
Nobody beats Midas. Nobody.
Dateline, Sunset Strip, Mr. Bravery Department. California Angel President Rich Brown will guest with Scott St. James here at 6 tonight to take calls from listeners.
Hey, what?
Yes, after leading the division on the morning of July 4, the Angels have fallen 7 games back. To volunteer to take calls from fans tonight makes the Angel president either very brave
Wow. What a nerve.
Stop that. Dateline, Anaheim, fast afterthought, Angels. A lot of criticism in the Angel family lately of Wally Joyner failing to run balls out.
You talk about chicken
Which reminds me of an old-timers game at Dodger Stadium a few years ago. Enos Slaughter, the legendary St. Louis Cardinal hustle guy, must have been well into his 60s. Slaughter popped up to second base. But even though it was a meaningless old-timers game, he knew only one way to play baseball. Slaughter put his head down and ran as hard as he could for first base.
That is so much crap.
Every word is true.
Right.
Dateline, Inglewood, say what department? Early betting at Hollywood Park last Saturday on the big race from Boston showed only $55 to show on Marquetry, the Hollywood Gold Cup, and eventual winner Saturday, but $74,218 to show on Feston, probably $74,000 by one horse play.
Wow. What a nerve.
Stay tuned. Dateline, Inglewood, fast follow-up. Feston didn't have to finish 1, 2, 3 in that race Saturday. It wasn't automatic. He could have broken down. He could have lost the jockey. Could have thrown in a bad race. Could have hated the racing strip and been out of the money. Yet here's some twit risking $74,000 on a horse that paid $210 to show. He risked $74,000 to win $3,700.
Wow. What a nerve.
Dateline, Sunset Strip, TV critique. The sports anchor on CNN cable TV was introducing a Rod Carew interview from the site of baseball's Hall of Fame Saturday in, quote, Cooperstown, Ohio.
Say what?
Yes, it's Cooperstown, New York.
Who goofed? I've
My
got
lips
to know.
are sealed, but here's a hint. The lovely lady, initials HS, obviously confused Pro Football's Hall of Fame, which is in Ohio, Canton, Ohio.
She is a lovely lady, and my apologies
She is a lovely
to her.
lady, and my apologies to her.
She is a lovely lady, and my apologies to her.
Absurd thing. Dateline, Sunset Strip, eavesdropping. The double entendres were flying in the racetrack press box when a lady trainer's horse won. She's better known for her co-starring role in a porn movie.
She is a lovely lady, and my apologies to her.
Blow it out.
Dateline, Buffalo. Minor. The Buffalo football Bills called today's arthro knee surgery on defensive end Bruce Smith, one of the game's most dominating players.
That is so much crap.
What is Smith's ability or the surgery being minor? Make yourself clear, Coach.
Blow it out.
Dateline, Chicago. Those loud-talking guys, you side with them, don't you?
Blow it out.
Dateline, Chicago. Fast follow-up. Mike Ditka and the Chicago Bears have enough grief of their own tonight. A career-threatening back injury to star offensive tackle Jimbo Covert. Ditka will have a tough time replacing him.
We stink.
Say what?
Well, that's the coach at a loss for words.
We stink.
Stay tuned.
Okay.
Dateline, Chicago. Follow-up, full paw. Sports Ticker, Sports Wire story today said Jimbo Covert would miss the entire 1990 season.
Say what?
Yes, Ditka wouldn't mind that. It's 1991 he's concerned with.
Goofed? I've got to know.
Headline, New York City Double Take Department. This week's National Thoroughbred Poll ranks Farm Away, Hansel, Feston, and Marquetry in that order.
You got a problem with that?
Well, if you call ranking Marquetry is only the best horse in the country right this minute, number 4, then yes, I do have a problem.
Blow it out.
Dateline, New York City. Have you noticed he's extremely abusive to me tonight? Did you notice that?
Yeah, I did.
Dateline, New York City. Patrick Ewing presented arguments today to an arbitrator. Ewing wants to be declared a free agent. They had 7 hours of testimony. New York basketball next claim he owes them 4 years. New Knicks coach Pat Riley is observing the pushing between the two sides.
I see more pushing in the men's room.
Dateline, Nottingham, England. Monica Seles pulled out, did not play for Yugoslavia in the 32-nation Federation Cup starting
You
today.
got a problem with that?
Well, yes. My only problem is this tremendous over-coverage of Monica Seles the past few weeks. Now, number one, tennis is not one of our major fan interest sports. Number 2, Monica's pullouts have become very tired news.
Right.
Jim Healy, you've got a horse. Yeah.
Dateline, Seattle, incoming mail. Our Seattle correspondent, who goes by the unlikely name of April Leach, says, how's Marge Everett taking her first season in almost 20 years not running Hollywood Park? Reply. One of her former aides says not too well. Marge needs something to keep her active, and she hasn't found it.
Okay.
Dateline, Los Angeles. Benoit Benjamin reincarnated.
I don't give a shit about the fans.
Say what?
Well, that's former L.A. pro basketball Clipper giant Benoit Benjamin. Fans didn't think he hustled
I
enough.
don't give a shit about the fans.
But the fans obviously had some kind of say in Benoit being shipped to Seattle.
I don't give a shit about the fans.
Stay tuned. Dateline, Los Angeles, fast follow-up. L.A. Clippers supporter Jeff Siegel fears they just spent a number 1 draft pick on another slug, Leron Ellis of Kentucky and Syracuse. Siegel recalled the comment of one basketball observer at the time of last month's draft. It's not surprising the Clippers took Leron Ellis. What's surprising is that anyone took
Cowabunga, dude.
Dateline, Boston. Exaggeration of the weekend. Horse named Marquetry was the heavily bet 7-5 second choice at Hollywood Park and 7.5-5 at Rockingham Saturday. But when he neared the wire, nearing victory, the PA announcer at the near Boston racetrack shrieked, "It's in an upset."
That is so much crap.
Yeah, how can you be at 7 or 7.5-5? How can it be an upset?
Right.
Dateline, Los Angeles, aside to the world champions Bill Christine. Your story today on the Willie Shoemaker Foundation fundraiser at Hollywood Park Saturday night was nicely handled. Actually, the turnout was disappointing. Dateline, Las Vegas, baseball propositions. Caesars Palace has Cecil Fielder, a 150-110 favorite, over Jose Canseco to hit more home runs during the regular season.
Say what?
Risk 150 zops to win only 100 on Fielder, or risk only 100 to win 110 on Canseco.
Goldberg would love to do
fly
it.
Goldberg in. Stay tuned. Dateline, Las Vegas, follow-up home run propositions. In the National League, Howard Johnson had been favored over Fred McGriff, but Caesars just took it off the board.
You're talking about chicken.
Dateline, Anaheim, good news, bad news. Bad news for the California Angels is division leading Minnesota won this afternoon, 6-4. Good news is it was only the Hall of Fame exhibition with the San Francisco Giants.
Right.
Jim Healy, you've got a weak show.
I've been told that before. Dateline, Las Vegas, opening line, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, for their November 8th title bout. Caesars Palace had Tyson a 250-200 favorite to open.
Hey, what?
Risk 250 zops to win only 100 on Tyson, or risk just 100 to win 200 on Holyfield.
Get to the point, will you, Jim?
Okay, stay.
Okay.
Dateline, Las Vegas, updated fight line. Actually, Tyson's not quite as heavy a favorite tonight. 230, 190.
Hey, what?
Risk 230 zops to win 100 on Tyson, or risk 100 to win 190 on Holyfield.
Goldberg would love to do it.
Blow it out.
Speak. Dateline, Las Vegas, Tyson Holyfield betting line continued. The go is 7.5. 7.5 rounds with the go favorite.
Say what?
Means if you think the fight will go more than 7.5 rounds, you've got to risk 150 zops to win only 100. If you think it'll go fewer than 7.5 rounds, put up only 100 to win 110. Dateline, Las Vegas, final follow-up, Tyson Holyfield betting line. Tyson's odds on to win by knockout.
Say what?
Risk 180 zops to win only 100 if you take the challenger by knockout. On the other hand, they'll give you 3-1 if you take Tyson by decision, but only 2.5-1 if you take Holyfield by decision. Here's one more. Bet Holyfield to win by a knockout, and you'll get 4-1 odds.
Okay.
Dateline, Anaheim, postmortems. Am I glad that Joe Torre isn't still in the Channel 5 TV booth, particularly yesterday afternoon when the California Angels, 3 runs down and nobody out in the 8th inning, gambled on a runner scoring from second base. He got nailed at the plate.
Say what?
That is such incredibly stupid baseball. Joe Torre would have had a coronary right in the booth, I'll guarantee.
Right.
Stay tuned. Dateline, Anaheim, alibi Ike follow-up. Dave Gallagher, the Angel player who was thrown out at the plate, defended the third base coach's decision to send him home. Gallagher said it took a perfect throw and a perfect plate block, so it was okay.
Okay.
State. Dateline, Anaheim, follow-up comment. When you trail by 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning with nobody out, and you're about, what does that run mean anyway? Gallagher's run, it means nothing. And you're about to load the bases, the only way you run is if the Cleveland manager, George Bush, and Saddam Hussein all sign a ceasefire to the plate armistice.
Cowabunga, dude.
Dateline, Englewood, racism report. Did somebody put one over on the Jockey Club, which approves names for thoroughbred horses?
Get to the point, will you, Jim?
Well, there was a first starting 2-year-old filly in the 5th at Hollywood Park Saturday named Seester.
Say what?
Seester, S-E-E-S-T-E-R. Here's the kicker. Her papa's name, Pancho Villa.
Hello.
Tagline. Seester was heavily bet early, went off the 3.5-1 second choice, but finished third.
Yeah,
she did. Headline, San Diego, good news, bad news department. For the sports talk guy they call the Tijuana Twit on Extra Radio, initials LH, there's bad news in the latest radio ratings. In the San Diego area alone, in total audience, he finished 18th. 18th. That's the bad news. Good news is, a year ago in the same ratings, he was 20th.
Cowabunga, dude.
Jim Healy, that's your lowest shot ever.
Dateline, Anaheim, Snoop report. Did Dave Winfield call a rally round the flag meeting in center field with the Angel players before Thursday night's Angel Cleveland opener, say in so many words, look, this may be the last World Series chance for guys like Dave Parker and me and a few others, so let's give it everything we've got. Result, Angels won that night only because Cleveland blew a 4-1 lead with 5 walks in the bottom of the ninth. Angels then lost the next 3. So much for Dave Winfield's pep.
Right.
Dateline, Philadelphia. Incoming fax. Listeners Juan and Steve can't understand why LA Dodger manager Tom Lasorda's outburst at the Philadelphia mascot cavorting in front of the Dodger dugout. The mascot, called the Philly Fanatic, went virtually unpublicized last week.
To the point, will you, Jim?
Well, first the mascot began stomping on a stuffed doll that resembled Lasorda. Then he began smashing some Dodger helmets he brought out. And finally, the Philly Fanatic displayed some oversized cans of Slim Fast, Lasorda's diet product, began stomping them. That did it. Lasorda exploded out of the dugout and gave the mascot his opinion of the performance.
You think it's my opinion of it? I think it was
No Salamitos, harness racing, Major League Racing at night. Everything's brand new and easy to get to. No Salamitos at night. You just can't go wrong. It's fun you can bet on. No Salamitos at night. Bring your family and friends. Come to the show where the good time never ends. Go, 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 go. No Salamitos, harness racing, Major League Racing at night. No Salamitos, it's you.
Harness racing ends this Saturday night at Los Alamitos.
With TWA's new direct service to London's convenient Gatwick Airport, you can save enough for a king's ransom.
With TWA's new 747 non-stop service to Charles de Gaulle Airport, you can save enough to really live it up in Paris.
And because TWA is the only U.S. airline with a Paris hub.
Oh, you're going to tell me all about TWA's hassle-free Easy Connect service to Tel Aviv, Rome, Geneva, Zurich, and Athens. Now, aren't you?
No, but I am going to tell you that when you fly TWA anytime, now through August 31st, you can earn triple miles as a member of TWA's frequent flight bonus program. And you can use those FFB miles for upgrades and free flights on TWA. Or beginning July 1st, to the Far East, Caribbean, or South America on American Airlines. And I haven't even mentioned TWA's free Paris stopover privileges.
TWA, your best way to fly to London or Paris. Now, why would you want to fly in any other airline this summer? For reservations and information, call your travel agent or TWA today.
Dateline, Sunset Strip, sneak preview. Upcoming momentarily, the Scott St. James Show with Doug E. Krikorian. Isaiah Robertson's Idol sitting in tonight for Bob Rowe. The numbers to call in Los Angeles and the Valley, 520-5672. In Orange County, 977-5672.